Hello, and happy Sunday. So, I've been talking to quite a few people recently about the topic of the joy of the Lord is our strength. So, that's one of my favorite verses. It's Nehemiah 8:10, and basically meaning that exactly what it says, it's our strength. And so, we can't allow anyone to steal our joy. Because what happens is the world, as you guys know, the world is dark, it's getting darker. But as Christians, our light should shine brighter. And so, the way that we can attract the world to the light in us, which is ultimately the light of Jesus, is through our joy, is through our smile. So, what the enemy wants to do is distract us and steal our joy and cause us to feel like we're under attack all the time and to cause us to feel like we're tired. Basically, getting us to the point where we're like, you know what, I just give up. It's hard. I've tried, I've done what I can, and I'm still getting attacked. And so, that's the enemy's plan, is to give us a false sense of weariness, to make us think that we have to give up, to steal our joy so that we become cynical and frustrated and upset. But when we have that childlike joy, the world takes notice and says, wait a minute, why are you so happy? First Peter tells us that we need to be ready at all times to give a reason for the hope that we have, but we need to do it with gentleness, kindness, and respect towards others. So it's something that we do, that we carry this joy with us. It's a humble joy. It's a joy that can often manifest or reflect in a willingness to serve others and a willingness to be kind to others. And then also just asking the Lord, okay, I'm going through it, but let me take my eyes off of myself. Is there someone else who needs my help? So the tendency can be, if we're going through something, just to get so caught up in what we're going through and how hard it is and how bad it is. But when you take yourself out of that place and you start looking around and you saying, wait a second, who can I help? Even though I feel like I may not be able to do much, I can listen, or maybe there's something else I can do to help someone. So yeah, don't let the enemy steal your joy. That's the plan. That's the plan of the enemy, is so that we can be sad Christians, and that doesn't mean we won't have bad days. That doesn't mean we won't wake up and we just won't feel it. But that's when we have to get into the secret place and say, God, I need you to renew my joy. I know often for myself, when it gets cold outside and it's dark, it is hard for me to be joyful. When you wake up and the sun is shining and the birds are singing and you're about to go to the water park and eat pizza and popcorn and see your friends, it's easy to be joyful. But what about after Christmas? After the Christmas magic is gone and it's just cold and it's just January, February, and it's dark outside, it can be hard to find our joy then. But that's where we really have to go back into the secret place and say, God, I know nothing is impossible with you. You're able to restore my joy. And so ask Him. Just be honest with Him. We don't need to hide. He already knows. If you're struggling, He already knows. Just go to the secret place. And the secret place could be anywhere. It could be a closet. It could be your car. It could be anywhere, really, in your house, in your apartment, wherever you are. And just ask Him. Ask Him to be with you. Ask Him to help you, and be honest. Let Him know that you're struggling, and hold Him to His word, because His word says that He's a healer, that He can touch us, that He can help us, that He's our helper. So don't feel like I have to be this mighty, strong, super Christian. I can never be upset. No, if you're upset, if you're mad, go to Him and let Him help you, because He's a Father who wants to help. And I believe oftentimes, especially in our culture, in our American culture, where we feel like we have to do everything ourselves. We have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. If we're upset, if we're going through, that's our fault. We just have to get over it. And while resilience is good, we do want to be able to ask others for help. We do want to have some people in the body of Christ that we can go to for prayer, that we can trust. We do want to be able to go to God, and we do want to be able to admit when we're struggling, and we want to be able to get prayer. And so that's the thing. That's it. Just don't let the enemy steal your joy. That's the number one plan. If he can't get us to do the big sins anymore, he's going to try to get us to become cynical and bitter and frustrated. But we don't ever want to lose our childlike awe, our childlike joy, waking up, just being happy, just being thankful for the things that He's given us, even if it's small. So let me know if you have any ways that you keep your joy. That you keep your joy when you feel like you're going through, when you feel like that you're under attack, when you feel like it's just not fair. You might feel like I'm doing what's right and I'm getting attacked and this isn't fair and why, God, why? But what are some ways that you still keep your joy? Because that is your strength. So I pray today that you don't let anyone steal the joy of the Lord, which is your strength. And make sure you wake up and you can say that verse, and that's Nehemiah 8:10. All right, happy Sunday.